the day God secretly chose a king. Before David ever fought Goliath, before he became king, before anyone in Israel knew his name, God had already chosen him. But no one would have expected who that choice would be. At that time, Israel already had a king. His name was Saul. He looked like the perfect ruler. He was tall, impressive, and powerful. But Saul had a problem. His heart no longer followed God. He began making decisions on his own, ignoring the instructions God had given him. Eventually, God spoke to the prophet Samuel and said something shocking. "I regret making Saul king." Samuel was heartbroken. Saul had started well, but pride and disobedience had changed him. Then God gave Samuel a new assignment. "Go to Bethlehem. I have chosen a new king from the sons of a man named Jesse." Samuel was afraid. If Saul discovered that Samuel was secretly choosing another king, it could mean death. But he obeyed God. Samuel traveled to Bethlehem and invited Jesse and his sons to a special sacrifice. When Jesse arrived, he brought his sons forward. The first son stepped out. His name was Eliab. He was tall, strong, and looked exactly like the kind of man who should be king. Samuel thought to himself, "Surely this is the one." But God spoke to Samuel quietly. "Do not look at his appearance or his height. I have rejected him." People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. One by one, Jesse brought 7 of his sons before Samuel. Each time Samuel asked God, and each time the answer was the same: no. Finally, Samuel asked Jesse, "Are these all your sons?" Jesse replied, "There is still the youngest, but he is out in the fields watching the sheep." In other words, the one they did not even consider important enough to bring. Samuel said, "Send for him. We will not sit down until he arrives." Soon a young shepherd walked in from the fields. His name was David. He smelled like the outdoors. His hands were rough from tending sheep. No armor, no royal training, just a shepherd boy. But the moment David stepped forward, God spoke. "Rise and anoint him. This is the one." In front of his confused brothers, Samuel poured oil over David's head. In that quiet moment, a shepherd was secretly chosen to become the future king of Israel. No crown, no throne, just a promise. But David had no idea what trials were coming next, because the next chapter of his life would take him from the sheep fields straight into the palace of a troubled king, and eventually to a battlefield where a giant was waiting. Prayer, Lord, help us remember that you see our hearts even when others overlook us. Prepare us for the purpose you have planned for our lives. Amen. God bless you for watching. Kindly follow the series and subscribe for the next episode.